Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for being here today. My name is Enrique Rivera. I am the president and CEO of the Idaho Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. This is our annual scholarship luncheon that we put together to highlight in collaboration and partnership with the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation, uh, uh, an amazing foundation that works in producing scholarships and giving scholarships every year to students here in the state of Idaho. So it's great. I'm multitasking as I do this. Uh, it's always an honor for us on behalf of the entire Hispanic Chamber of Commerce board and all our members. It's an honor for us to put this together every year in conjunction with the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation to kind of give a platform to these students and our future leaders, like I said, that are gonna take the helm one day. So I welcome everybody. Thank you once again. Use your chat functions. We are pleased to be here today and be able to take this and move forward with this event. It is during COVID, as we all know, it's been some challenging times. However, we felt the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation board, along with our board, felt it was important for us to move forward with this scholarship luncheon somehow. Even if it had to be this way via Zoom, to congratulate all our recipients. So I believe I also want to give a couple minutes to Ivan. Ivan, are you on here now? Ivan Castillo?
I am. What's
there
up?
He is. So I want to turn over the mic to Ivan Castillo to say a few words. Ivan is one of the founders of our of our Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and also I think part of the Latino Scholarship Foundation. So I'll have him say a few words on behalf of the Chamber also and the Foundation. Go ahead, Ivan.
Well, first of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. What I will say is that, this has been, since the beginning of times, a dedicated effort to try to impact our community. And oh boy, I tell you, there's a lot of effort. So I want to just give a big shout out to everybody that has been part of the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation and the efforts and the passion. And I know that a lot of us see this, what you'll see, there's a lot that goes on the background. So I just want to thank you guys for taking the time, for making the difference, and for staying committed to really, enhance our community as a whole. And that was primarily the number one reason when we created the chamber as part of the efforts of Lucio Prado, we give the task to Trudy McGavin at that point, and there's so many others involved. And hope you don't take offense if I don't remember all the names, but ultimately what we did is we wanted to make sure that we could impact not only in the business level, but as a community. And what we said is our youth has to be by far the number one. Josh Gutierrez also came in with us as well. So it's worth mentioning that when he started also giving out scholarships, and this just happened. So everybody, the leadership, recipients, you are in a great, in interesting times. But I will tell you this, just keep up, make it happen, find out ways as your life progresses and you become, part of society and you're starting to remember to pay it forward to those that, are doing the very same thing to you today. So, thank you so much once again, and let's keep at it. Let's make the best of this community that we have, and we're in a great place. So, muchísimas gracias a todos, a todas las personas que están involucradas en esto. Les queremos dar las gracias y entiendan de que aquí estamos para hacer la diferencia como comunidad completa. Gracias.
Thank you so much, Ivan. Great words right there. So thank you so much for all your leadership and support throughout the years. All right, so now before I pass it over to Jesus, I just want to take a quick minute and thank our sponsors. This event is presented by, of course, Sensi, the Sensi Foundation. Normally we hold these events live at the Sensi building. They've been a great sponsor throughout the last few years. They want everybody to know that they continue to support. Unfortunately, we couldn't have a live event this year. However, the Sensi Foundation is still in full support. And they also, by the way, the Sensi Foundation is also donating a scholarship to the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation. So much thank you to the Sensi Foundation, to everybody at Sensi for their full support. I also want to thank Cap Ed Credit Union for their support as well, and being a presenting sponsor. Our title sponsor for the past few years, and again this year, Swire Coca-Cola. So we want to thank special thank you to Ed and his team at Coca-Cola for their continued sponsorship. And then, of course, our champion member, Idaho Central Credit Union, for their continued support throughout the years, also with the chamber and all the events that we do throughout the year. So thank you to our sponsors. We'll hear from our sponsors towards the end of the event. But now I'll go ahead and turn it over to Jesus Tarifa and take over from here. Thank you, Jesus.
Gracias, Enrique. Gracias a todos. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Coming at you from my glamorous home office here in Boise. Had an excuse to get dressed up today, so thank you, everyone, for this event. I know we were trying really hard to be able to hold it in person, but due to the circumstances surrounding the pandemic and our inability to come together for this event, here we are virtually, which I think has become the way of life. So once again, thank you for giving me an excuse to get dressed today and not work in my PJs all day. So I appreciate all of you. And I appreciate you all being here because I'm really excited for two reasons. First and foremost, because we're here to celebrate our students, our recipients. We're so proud of them. And second of all, because today, 6 de agosto, we celebrate 195 days of independence for Bolivia, my home country. So I'm celebrating. I've got my flags everywhere. I'm going to be playing some Bolivian music after work today. So if you guys hear it from across the valley, that's what's going on, celebrating Bolivian Independence Day and celebrating our students as well. As many of you know, my name is Jesus Tarifa. Many of you know me from the real estate space. I'm a mortgage loan officer with Prime Lending here in Boise. And today, and more importantly, I come to you as the president of the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation, or ILSF. One really important key metric that I like to share at these events is the fact that here in the United States, only 22% of Hispanic adults have a college degree. And here in Idaho, and I've shared this at many events before because this statistic really gets to me, is the fact that only 12% of Hispanic adults here in the state of Idaho have a college degree. And that ranks Idaho last in the nation. And that was the impetus back in 2008 for starting this foundation, and has continued to motivate us to continue doing the work that we do, because we need to change that statistic. We need to make sure that we have more of our people with educations, which then open opportunities for not only social and economic advancement, but also for us to have a voice and a representation within government and within other spaces as well. And for us, we work to address this disparity by providing scholarships to Idaho Latino students attending Idaho colleges and universities. And it's really fascinating for me because when we do the scholarship process, when we're reading the applications that the students write, and when we interview them, it is amazing to me all of the struggles and everything that they have to really overcome to be able to go to college. Many of us and many of you that we come here together, it's a struggle to not only graduate high school and then enroll in college, but much less pay for it. The cost of education keeps increasing every single year, and it's our duty to be able to help these students so they can continue going to school. And for many of us, we come from very humble beginnings where we're not only responsible for saving up for our own college education, but we also have to support sometimes our parents, and many times we have to support our siblings, multi-generational households where it really falls on us a lot of times, even once we have graduated, to take care of our families. So it is super important for us to continue being able to provide this funding for our students so they can pursue the dream of higher education and then be able to pay it forward. I myself feel really fortunate because as a student, I was able to obtain scholarships similar to the ILSF scholarship. I have to thank people like Kirby Ortiz with Business Association for their support, because it is thanks to people like him and many of you here in the audience today that I'm able to do what I do now, and I'm able to pay it forward to our Latino students. I mentioned this earlier, when we're talking with our students and we're learning their stories, it always amazes me the incredible challenges that people have to overcome, the obstacles, sometimes parents who pass away, siblings who have health issues, the fact that many of them are working several jobs plus going to school. And regardless of all that, they demonstrate incredible academic achievement, community involvement, and it is our honor to be able to help them out. As many of you know, ILSF, the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation, we're a small nonprofit with no paid staff, purely volunteer ran and operated. We have our volunteer board, and we rely 100% on generous contributions from you, from members of our community, and from local businesses to help us with funding of our scholarships. This year, despite of all of the challenges that presented themselves, and a lot of you were planning on attending our gala back in April, but because of COVID and the lockdown state, we could not have our event. And that, in all honesty, was our biggest fundraiser. But despite the challenges, I am super proud of everyone on the ILSF board. We all came together. We all employed and leveraged our talents and resources. And I'm so proud to announce this number because despite all of those challenges, despite the numerous obstacles that were placed in our way, whether that was trying to set up technological platforms or even trying to figure out how to reach out to folks in other ways, and a lot of times in a very creative manner, we were able to fundraise and award almost $20,000 in scholarships this year, which once again, given the fact that we're in the middle of this pandemic, we could not have our biggest fundraising event, is remarkable. And one thing I wanted to point out was that it really took a village. It took each one of us calling each of you for support, each of you thinking outside the box and determining who we could contact, how we could really get our name out there. And one of the biggest things that we did was Idaho Gives. And this was back in May. We participated through the Idaho Gives campaign, and 25 individual donors donated to ILSF. And we were able to fundraise $2,250 from that initiative. And we also, as many of you know, with our gala, we have an online and a live auction that also takes place. So here we were with all these items that we'd collected for both auctions, and we had to figure out what to do with them. So we held an online auction. It lasted a week. Many of you went on there, contributed. I made phone calls. All of the board members contacted their spheres of influence and their networks. And we were able to fundraise an additional $3,595 from that online auction. And once again, from all the phone calls we were making, we were reaching out to different folks, being able to spread our message, communicate what we do. And just last week, we got a call from Zions Bank that they were donating $2,000 to us as well. And I share this with all of you because it really gave me a lot of hope, and it really gave me a lot of ganas, a lot of motivation to keep going, because even though we were faced with this tremendous challenge of how do we fundraise when we can't even have our fundraising event, we're able to overcome that and continue helping our students. And I challenge each of you, when you have these kinds of obstacles, these kinds of challenges in life, how do you overcome them? How do you come across? And I have to say that I really drew a lot of that inspiration and a lot of that from our students, who they're not only having to overcome a lot of financial struggle and a lot of obstacles, but they persevere and they succeed. And one of the things that we did for our online auction was we actually had the opportunity to interview a lot of these students, past recipients who are now professionals, current recipients who are still going to school, and really learn their stories and be able to learn from them what they did, what their key to success was. And it was fascinating for me to learn from these students who grew up in rural parts of Idaho. One of them, and I know she will, she's hopefully watching, and if not, she'll catch this on Facebook later, but someone who's become a personal friend, Eliza Auses, who started with a humble background here in Nampa, went on to the College of Idaho, and she was a recipient of our scholarship for all 4 years. And now she's in Washington, D.C. as a senior policy analyst for the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association. Another student that we had, Alejandra Mojica, who just graduated from the University of Idaho back in May of this year. Alejandra had an internship a couple summers ago with JP Morgan Chase at their corporate headquarters in New York City. And when I was talking to her, interviewing her for the online auction, because we wanted to generate all these videos to be able to send out to our donors and to be able to share on Facebook, Alejandra told me how she was this month, in fact, and I hope Alejandra is watching because we're so proud of her. This month of August 2020, she's going to New York, and she'll be at the JP Morgan Chase corporate headquarters, essentially for a couple of years, shadowing and learning all of the different parts of the business, so that then she can find where the best fit is for her. And we're just so proud of her. She's from Burley, Idaho, went on to the University of Idaho. Once again, someone who received our scholarship for all 4 years. And now she's in New York City, running with the big dogs at JP Morgan Chase at the corporate level. And we're just so proud of her, so proud of Eliza, so proud of so many students who have truly shown us what it takes, that grit, the determination that inspire us to continue doing the work that we do, that allow us to think outside the box, to be able to remove any obstacles that we have in our way, to be able to continue helping them. And once again, I can't thank enough every single one of you out in the community for all of your love, all of your support, and for always being here for us, being here for our students. And if any of you want to get involved, please reach out to me. Please reach out to any of our board members that are here with us today. And we would love to have you. We would love to have your support. Once again, like I said before, it takes a village, and it's all of us coming together. And in the words of Cesar Chavez, si se puede, si se pudo, si lo haremos, y si lo continuaremos, because this is a never-ending fight, never-ending struggle that we need to stand up for our students. We need to stand up for ourselves. And one of the best ways to have a voice and to be able to overcome a lot of these challenges is through obtaining a higher education that then opens up all sorts of doors for opportunity and for giving back to our community. And now you got me all fired up. And I love this. I love being able to celebrate our students, celebrate everyone who's here today, because we, once again, I am so inspired by all of them, by their grit, by their determination. And without further ado, I would like to, I know we have a lot of the students here, and I know their families are here as well. Bienvenidas a todas las familias, bienvenidos a todos los estudiantes. Estoy muy orgulloso de todos ustedes, orgulloso de poder estar aquí representando a la Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation, y sumamente orgulloso para los papás, para las mamás de sus hijos, porque ellos realmente nos muestran que sí es posible realizar y vivir el sueño americano. Y para mí, yo sé que hay mucho sacrificio de parte de todos en las familias, de parte de todos los padres hispanos. Como dije en inglés, it takes a village. Toma toda la comunidad que podemos estar aquí juntos para ayudarlos. And for those of you, my friends, who still need to learn Spanish, I took time to thank our parents, the parents of the students themselves, because it does take a lot of sacrifice and a lot of determination to get to this point. And we're super proud of them. I would like to, if any of the students are here and you can master the technological challenges sometimes that we have to overcome, which in this case, it's pretty simple. All you got to do is unmute your phone or unmute the call here and then show your video so we can see your faces. But if you're here, I would love to call out your name, and you can say who you are, where you're from, where you're going to college, if you're one of the high school students. And if you're one of our college finalists, once again, share who you are and share a little bit about yourself. The first person that I want to call forward is one of our college finalists, Viviana Ortiz. Are you here with us, Viviana?
Hola, buenas tardes, or buenos días.
Hi, Viviana. Buenos dias still, right? Tell us about yourself, Viviana. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Viviana Ortiz. I use they, them, it pronouns. So I'm a student right now, Boise State University. I was born and raised in the Treasure Valley. I say Treasure Valley because I grew up in like Nampa, Homedale, all about Caldwell. So now I'm in Boise. This past year, I was studying abroad in South Korea, which was really amazing. That aligns with my studies. Currently, I'm studying sociology and ethnic studies with a minor in Korean, gender studies, and data science. So I'm kind of like all about. I don't want to choose like a real path for me. I just like to try everything. Trying to think. I love to travel. I've been to South Korea, Malaysia, Thailand, Puerto Rico. I've definitely been privileged to be at a spot where I'm at and to be in a space where I have folks who are really supporting me and what I'm doing and believing in me, because you can't always just believe in yourself. Like you said, it takes a village for sure. Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you. So is there anything else?
Thank you, Viviana. You did a great job. I'm super jealous you got to go to South Korea. That's on my bucket list. That is amazing. And I'm so happy that we were able to help you and provide these opportunities for you, because I believe that traveling and seeing the world really opens up your eyes to different realities. And it also creates a sense of empathy with other people around the world, which I think we need so much, especially in the current times we're living. So super proud of you, and thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you. We'll go to South Korea. Don't worry.
Let's go. Let's go. Vámonos.
Right.
Fuímonos. Perfect. Thank you, Viviana. Crystal Garcia is our next college finalist. Crystal, are you here today with us?
I am here. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy and grateful to be here. I'm Crystal Garcia, and I'm from Kimberly, Idaho. I graduated from Kimberly High School last year. And then I later began my journey as a first-generation Latina college student at the University of Idaho in Moscow. Making the decision to go out there so far away was very difficult, but luckily I became a member of the Cultural Assistant Migrant Program camp. And there I was able to connect with 34 other very amazing Latino student leaders also. And we were able to connect and share our backgrounds, although we have different battles and struggles that we all face. It's so important to just stay connected, and we instantly became a huge family, and I'm so glad that I was able to connect with them all. I am studying architecture. I hope to one day have my master's degree in architecture. And yes, during my time in college, I hope to really step out of my comfort zone. I hope to go and study abroad also in Rome, hopefully next year if all of this stuff calms down and we're able to safely go out there and study and, you know, experience what it means to go out and, you know, just, yeah, I'm so excited. And I hope to give back to this scholarship one day by also being a donor and a mentor. I remember last year I went to the luncheon, and it was such a memorable event because I was able to, you know, meet all of you guys and also be there with my parents. I gave a speech, and it was just crazy how much support I got after giving my speech. All of y'all applauded and stood up, and it was just so crazy to know all the support that I had. Like, just thinking everybody out in this room believes in me. They think that I can do it, and it's just so crazy. And this foundation has truly changed my life, and I'm sure that recipients now and recipients in the past could say the same thing. So yes, I hope to be a role model for other students in the future and give back. Gracias.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you so much. And when you were describing your plan of becoming an architect and getting your master's as well, and your trip to Rome, all I could think about was our board member, Victor Ferral. It's like you were describing exactly what he did, because he went to U of I, he did the master's in architecture, and I believe he studied abroad in Rome. So that's someone you could reach out to. I'm sure he would love to be your mentor and show you a little bit of what he did, because when you were saying that, I was like, wait a minute, I've heard this story before. So that's really cool that that's your plan. And really, I'm really appreciative on behalf of the entire board, what you said about wanting to give back and in the future being a donor or coming back and helping us, because we have had people do that. One of our other board members, Miguel Ayala, was also a recipient back in 2013, and now he's on our board, and he's responsible for making us look good on social media and look good on the website. So anything that you'd like to do, let us know. We'd love to have you.
Perfect. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal. And another one of our college finalists, I have Soad Carolina Singh Mejia. Soad, are you here with us today?
I am.
Hello.
Hi. So my name is Soad Singh. I am from Honduras, Central America. I am the oldest of 4 siblings. I started attending college when I was 16, and I live in Rexburg, Idaho since January 2020, when I started attending the school of my dreams, BYU, Idaho. I am a biomedical science major with a minor in music. I would like to share with you a little bit of my background story. When I was in middle school, I started having self-doubt in myself and started listening to other people that told me that I wouldn't be able to do wonderful things. So the years passed, and I decided that I would apply to BYU, Idaho. When I was about to take my SAT, I broke in tears. I knew that this would be a wonderful experience for me, but perhaps I was afraid that instead I would prove others right. Long story short, when I came to BYU, Idaho, I told myself, Soad, you made it. BYU, Idaho has given me so many wonderful experiences. And despite everything that has happened, I have also had some challenges. In the middle of my second semester, I received a call from the Idaho Health Department notifying me that my roommate was diagnosed with COVID-19. So here I was, 3,200 miles away from home. And I couldn't go to my mom to cry, and I was expected to move from that apartment. Whenever I feel lost or I feel that I can't move on, I remember the legacy of sacrifice I've given by my ancestors. Perhaps it was my dad that had to sleep in the streets because he didn't have a home, or my mom walking long distances in order to go to her middle school, or my grandpa who dreamed of going to school but instead had to work. I would often face this popular question when I was in 11th grade. Where are you going to study? I always knew that I have a passion for sciences and I love genetics, but I just thought medicine is such a long career and I won't be able to make it. But I am pursuing my education right now, biomedical science, and I hope to get into med school in the future. Medicine is not my only passion. I love music because when I feel that I am unable to talk, when words fail, music speaks. I now know who I am. I know that I am a child of God. I know that I am capable of doing good and noble and wonderful things. And I hope to start right away as a mentor to help other people that perhaps thought as me that they aren't capable of doing great things. I want them to prove themselves, who they truly are, because that can change their present, that can change the future, and that can change the world. I can tell this to you because it has changed mine. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
So thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing that. And I know we'll hear from you a little bit more here in a few minutes. And I know that both Ernesto Pinal, Estrella Pedrosa, our board members that had the pleasure of talking with you earlier this week and last week, that they just had so many good things to say about you. And we're so proud and so appreciative to have someone like yourself as one of our scholarship recipients. And in particular, your goal to become a physician and how important that is for our community. As you know, there's very few people of color that are physicians, much less women, much less Latinas. And so I appreciate everything that you're doing. And I appreciate what you mentioned about being a mentor, because people of all ages, once again, like I keep saying, it takes a village, and we're here for you. And I know that you're here also to help our community. So thank you so much. Thank you for your words. Appreciate you. And we'll hear more from you here in a little bit. I'm super excited to hear more from you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And now I'd like to move on to our high school finalists. These are our high school students that are going to be starting college that have received scholarships from us. And would like to start with Carla Yaguno. Carla, are you here today?
I did just get a message from Carla. She actually got called into work and she had to go in instead of being present with us. She does apologize for not being able to be here. I can share a little bit of her story. Carla, she's graduated from Caldwell High School this year, and she is wanting to, just as Soad, wants to pursue a career in medicine. She herself has had a terrible accident at one point where she had to be life-flighted, and doctors were able to save her life. And her mom is suffering from some medical issues that they've also had the fortune of having a doctor share their gift and their knowledge for free and doing work for her mom pro bono. So she wants to give back to her community that way. So Carla, again, she's an incredible student. She was one of our top recipients, but at this time, she is trying to get as much money together to keep going and pay for the remainder of her tuition at University of Idaho. So she had to go into work.
Estrella, thank you for letting us know on behalf of Carla. And once again, this shows how dedicated our students are, how hardworking they are, and the fact that, like you said, she's saving up to go to school and to be able to help her family as well. So thank you for communicating that on behalf of Carla. And I appreciate, once again, you and Ernesto taking the time earlier to connect with these students and really get to hear from them. Next, we have Brady Beam. Are you here, Brady?
Yeah, I am.
Hi, Brady.
Hi, thank you all for having me here today. I'm Brady Beam. I'm 18. I just graduated from Weiser High School, and I was born and raised in Weiser, Idaho. This fall, I'll be attending the University of Idaho and majoring in political science. And I decided that I wanted to be majoring in political science because after being so involved in student government through high school, I learned that I have a passion for leading and for being an advocate for others. So I'm super excited to start my studies, and I really hope that it fits me because I just really want to be a leader in the future. I want to listen to others and do things for others and really be an advocate for people that may not have a voice.
Thank you, Brady. Super excited for you. Going to school here soon. I remember that excitement right before I started at the College of Idaho my freshman year, and it was, gotta say, that mixed feeling, right, of I'm growing up.
Yeah. Excited, but super nervous.
For sure. We're here for you. Like Marta just said, we're here with you all of the way. So Godspeed, my friend. Absolutely. Up next, we have Joseph Tibesar. Is Mr. Joseph here with us? And if he's not, does Estrella have his remarks?
I do. He is another student that had to work. He was trying his hardest to find either a teammate that would work for him or something, working out. But unfortunately, it didn't work out so that he could be present with us. But he is another one, another student that just graduated from Caldwell High School, and he is actually pretty remarkable. He is been a part of the city council. He has been an advocate through the city and through his student leadership program, and he is best friends with the mayor of Caldwell. Like he thinks of him as his son. I mean, he has built some amazing relationships in the community of Caldwell by showing leadership and leadership in a way that he just had an opportunity to be a part of the city council by just being present, and then he earned a little bit of responsibility, and then he earned a little bit more responsibility, and then he became a part of the city council as a what's the word I'm thinking of, as a mentee. They kind of took him in to teach him the ropes, and they're hoping that once he goes to school, he can come back to the city of Caldwell and make a difference, right? And be a council member, and maybe even one day run the city of Caldwell, which I know he has that as a goal. So again, another one of our incredible students. He is also working through some difficult times. He did share with us that during this last school year, his parents got separated, and so he's not quite sure how else he's going to be paying for college. So again, missing a day of work is something pretty significant for them at this time. But he was also one of our top students as far as receiving a little bit of a higher scholarship, and this will really help pave his way and continue to help him work towards his goals, which I know he has many, and I hope that one day you guys get to see him again, and I hope that maybe next year he'll be one of our college recipients.
Thank you, Estrella. Yes, and I remember when we were doing the interviews, how remarkable Joseph was in his story, and then also the way he carried himself. Someone we're super proud of. Also a Caldwell guy. I'm also a Caldwell person, so I'm pretty biased, and I got to say that it's amazing that he's best friends with Mayor Nancolas. Mayor Nancolas is such a caring and giving person, and to really take Joseph under his wing. And like I said in my opening remarks, it's about us having a voice and a representation in our community. And here we are, Joseph already doing that. And I just can't wait to see what he'll do in the future. Just a friendly reminder, since I'm playing MC today, if you're not speaking, please make sure you're muting your phones. I hear a little bit of typing. I hear a little bit of multitasking, which I'm proud of as well. La Raza's always working hard, but we got to make sure we mute our phones.
Jesus, I would like to add about...
Señor Ernesto, buenas tardes. How are you?
Buenas tardes. Very good. Thank you. I would just like to add about Joseph the fact that he's going to pursue, he's planning to pursue a career in mechanical engineering, which is one of those areas that are very important to have a presence in our community, in our Hispanic demographics. I think that was probably an important part to add.
Thank you, Ernesto, and thank you for being here. I'm glad you're also wearing a blazer. I was feeling like I was a little too dressed up. Gotta love it, my friend. Up next, we have Daniela Aguilar Carranza. Daniela, are you here with us today?
Yeah, hi. I'm Daniela Aguilar Carranza. Like you said, I'm from Murtaugh, Idaho, a super small town in southern Idaho. I just graduated last month from Murtaugh High School, and I'm planning on furthering my education at the University of Idaho this upcoming fall. I'm not 100% sure what I want to. I'm still kind of deciding, but I'm looking at environmental science right now. But I'm also planning on taking some explorative courses just to kind of look at more careers and see what fits me the best. But yeah, I hope to figure it out by the end of the school year this year. I'm also going to be a first generation student, me alongside with my twin brother. We're the oldest of six. My parents weren't able to, they didn't have the opportunity to go to college, so they really pushed me and my brother and my other siblings to go to college, get an education. They made sure we understand the importance of getting one. So we've tried really hard to, push ourselves to do our best in school, take hold of every opportunity we're presented with, including scholarships. I'm super grateful for this scholarship. I found it from my school counselor. She sent me alongside with some others in my, some other classmates who qualified for it. And, I saw it and I really loved it. I loved what it stood for. So I applied for it, and I'm super lucky to be a recipient this year. I'm super grateful. I hope to be able to come back in the future and, give back, whether that be through donations or whatever way I can. So yeah, I'm super grateful. Thank you so much.
Daniela, thank you so much for sharing your story, and super proud of you being the first in your family to go to college. That is quite the achievement. And I know on my father's side, my father lives in Bolivia. He has a third grade education. And so I was the first in his side of the family to go to college. And so I know how much that means to our parents and how much it means to an entire community. So thank you for the hard work you've put in. I know that, and a lot of times, and I think I have this connection with you, it's not only representing yourself, but representing sometimes an entire community. So keep your head up, keep working hard, and know that we're here for you always.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Daniela. And up next, we have Carla Coneche. Carla, are you here with us today? Estrella? I'm looking at you now. Do we know if Carla's here, or do we have any remarks from her?
As far from Carla, unfortunately, I did not hear from her. I know we did have some difficulties getting connected earlier this week, so I'm not sure if what happened, if she had technical difficulties or if something else might have come up. You just never know.
Yes. Well, knowing from the theme of our students who weren't able to make it, I'm sure she's working hard, and obviously doing that to not only support herself and her dreams, but also her family. So we celebrate Carla as well. And up next, we have Norman Gonzalez. Norman, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello.
Hi. As everyone, as you said, I'm Norman Gonzalez. I'm 18 years old. I'm the middle child. I have an older brother that's 24 and a younger sister that's 14. I graduated from Wilder Middle High School in Wilder, Idaho, where I was born and raised. Wilder is a small agricultural Hispanic town with population less than 2,000. And I'm going to attend the College of Idaho to play football and also major in exercise science. I would like to become a physical therapist or even be a team athletic trainer. I grew interest in these careers by being involved in sports and being around people that were athletic trainers. And I just want to say thanks again for allowing me to receive this scholarship. And it means a lot because we both know that College of Idaho is not a very cheap college, right?
Yes, that's for sure. Just got done paying for it a little bit ago.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, Norman. And once again, I got to disclose all my bias. I love the College of Idaho. It's a place that changed my life. I'm super proud of you. And I know you'll meet a lot of great people there. That's it honestly did change my life. That's where I met my better half. That's where I met a lot of my friends that I still have to this day, a lot of professors, a lot of mentors, still very active within the college and within the community. So I'm excited. Like Martha on the chat just said, go Yotes. And also Wilder, I have a close contact with Wilder. I actually used to work in the school district back when I was in college. I was teaching computer classes. So it's really cool that you've risen up to the challenge and you'll be going to the college. And for a second, I thought you were on the football team.
Yeah, I am on the football team.
There you go. I knew I was right.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
yeah.
Norman. I'm sad we won't get to see you out on the field this fall, but hopefully in the spring when sports are back up, I'll have my flag that says Norman Gonzalez on it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great, Norman. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do we have Yerica Marquez on the call?
Hello.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. So hello everybody. I am very grateful to be here with you all today and to be a recipient of the Idaho Latino Scholarship. My name is Yerica Marquez. I'm 17 years old and I just graduated from Weiser High School. I'm the oldest of 3 and I am a first-generation college student. By going to college and furthering my education, I will be the second person out of my entire family to do so. I'm going to pursue 2 majors in elementary education and Spanish, with a minor in teaching English as a second language at the University of Idaho. By earning my college degree, I want to make a difference in people's lives with my major, whether that be helping other first-generation college students like myself or by making a difference in future classrooms. I hope to stay connected with the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation by becoming a mentor to other students as well as becoming a donor in the future. Thank you.
Erika, thanks for being here with us. You mentioned Weiser High School, correct?
Yeah.
He's one of our community partners now, but Ivan Hernandez with Idaho Central Credit Union, he graduated from Weiser High School way back when. I don't want to say when because he'll get embarrassed, think that I'm calling him out. But I remember I met him at the Hispanic Youth Symposium back in 2006, and he was going to Weiser, I was going to Caldwell. And that just goes to show those connections you make even when you're young, because now we both are part of the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation. And I know through the work he does with Idaho Central, he's still very involved in helping our community. So I'm proud of you. I'm excited for what you're doing. Keep us posted. And whenever you want to get involved with us, let us know. You know how to reach us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And last, but certainly not least, we have Araceli Sancho. Araceli, are you here with us today? And in lieu of Araceli, Estrella's already gearing up. Do we know if Araceli's here with us today?
I thought she was on. I saw her earlier. I thought she was on the call already. Maybe she had some technical difficulties. Araceli is another incredible student, just like, all of our students have been. She is gonna go to CWI, and in this opportunity, I'll take the opportunity to thank CWI for being one of our partners. So we have some colleges and universities that have partnered up with ILSF, and they've shown extra support towards their students. They know that all of our students, all of our recipients are incredible human beings, incredible people that are making a difference and that are going to change generations. And they actually decided that if we give a student a scholarship, they're going to match it. So Araceli is also receiving the scholarship from CWI to match the scholarship that she received from ILSF. So thank you, CWI, for being such great supporters of our Hispanic students. You are truly changing generations.
Thank you, Estrella, and thank you to the College of Western Idaho. Thank you for their generosity. They've partnered up with us for a number of years now. And thank you as well to Luis Caloca, who made that all possible a few years ago. And Luis, if you're on the call, thank you, my friend, for all the work that you do for our community. And thank you as well to our friends from Northwest Nazarene University last year. After our scholarship luncheon, they came to meet with us at ILSF and said they wanted to do a similar match as the one that CWI does. So thank you to Northwest Nazarene University and any of their representatives who may be here on the call for their generosity, their support, and their love of our Latino community and the opportunities for our students. And as we promised, we wanted to have a couple of students dive in a little further in telling us about their stories, telling us about what makes them unique and what their dreams and aspirations are for the future. And then, of course, what this Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation scholarship means to them. And I'd like to start off with having Daniela Aguilera Carranza. I know we just heard from her a little bit, but if she'd like to share her story with us. Daniela?
Okay. Hi. I shared a little bit of it, but I'll take a little bit deeper. Like I said, I'm a first-generation student, and so is my brother. So, like I said, I'm going to be attending the University of Idaho this fall, and he's going to be attending Boise State University. So, yeah, we're both going to be going to college, and putting two kids in college at the same time is kind of expensive. So we've been trying really hard to kind of pay our way ourselves. We've been working since 8th grade. In the summers, you know, out in the fields, taking out weeds, moving pipes, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we've been doing that for 4 years and this summer. So we're hoping to get a lot of money from that. We don't really want to burden our parents with having to pay everything. So we've been working really hard to do that and take opportunities that are presented to us. Coming from a small town, there's also a lot of like local scholarships and a lot of people who just really care about seeing the kids from this school go to college. Like I said, not a lot of people from this town at least go to college. I think last year a little bit under, I want to say around 50% of the kids I graduated last year went to college. So this year they've been trying to kind of like encourage my class at least to go to college. And the support from our community is amazing. I've been doing sports and extracurriculars since middle school, and just these people who don't really, like, I don't really even know them that well, but they just come and support all the time. I remember when I wanted to go to FFA, and there's a national leadership conference at UNBC, and I remember community members would just come over and they donate so much money for us just to go, me and a couple other students. And just like that, same thing for scholarship for college. They donate so much money for just kids to go to college. I was lucky enough to apply to a few sport-related ones, so I'm really happy with that. Same with this one. I'm super happy, super grateful. I hope to be able to go to college and then come back and show the kids in the grades below me that it's completely possible to go to college, even if we're from small towns. Growing up, I didn't really have that many people around me who went to college. People I knew from grades above me, they didn't go to college, so it was always just something, college was always something that I knew was possible, but I hadn't really seen been done, you know? So I really want to come back and show them, show my siblings that it's completely possible. And yeah, so I hope to figure out what I want to major in pretty soon this upcoming school year, and I want to succeed, find a lot of success, and show everybody that it's possible. And I want to give back to my community, give back to this foundation, and just show my appreciation to everyone. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Daniela. And what you said reminded me so much of one of our, she recently moved back east to work for a university there, but Monse Stark Magaña, who was on the board of ILSF for many years, and she also worked for the University of Idaho. And she also shared with us, and I didn't know this about Monse, but similar to what you said, literally it's the same message of coming from a small community. She was from Shoshone, and going to college to be a role model, to essentially show people in her community that it's possible and that it's attainable, like you said. And I think that's so important, right? To be able to show people that sí se puede, and that there's people just like them, just like us, just like me, just like you, that are doing it, and that then are giving back to our community, which, as we all know, our community needs so much help and so much representation. So every little bit that we do and I'm preaching to the choir, but everything that we do, whether it's the small things like being respectful or big things like getting good grades and standing out in the community, really help with our image and with making sure that we have a lot of a voice and representation. So thank you for your story, and thank you for what you do, and we're excited to see you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you once again. And up next, we have Soad. Soad, are you here with us? We're excited to hear your story.
Thank you. So besides being a physician, I have other passions. I've worked in musical activities since I'm 11, and I really enjoy playing viola, piano, participating in orchestras, and in choirs. I just feel that music lifts other people. I also have a goal. As I just learned English as my second language, I plan on learning Arabic and Mandarin, which are some of my ancestors' languages. I have ancestors from Bethlehem and China, El Salvador, Greece, and Spain. So as I move forward with my life, I just plan to be happy each day. If there's something that I've really learned is that education and everything doesn't have to be a burden. I have really come to appreciate and enjoy each part of my life. And as I said before, as I move forward, I just really want to help others prove themselves who they truly are. Because as I know who I am really, I know that there are no limits to what I can do. Thank you.
So I thank you so much for sharing that. One thing that you mentioned that really stood out to me was that concept of being happy, right? Slowing down, enjoying life. And one thing I heard this week from one of my business coaches was this phrase that said, burnout is not a prerequisite to success. And so many times we think, oh, I'm gonna work 24/7. And sometimes we have to, right? Sometimes that's what it takes to get something done. But once we're able to find that balance and find that happiness, we can't take life for granted. We can't assume, oh, someday I'll be able to do this or that. So I think that you're on the right track. And I commend you as well for your passion for different languages, for learning Arabic and Mandarin. I know I would love to learn Arabic. I've traced back my family history to Northern Africa, and I would love to really learn more about that. So I'm really excited for you. I'm really happy for you. And I'm glad that, like you said, aside from being a physician, you have other interests. Thank you for sharing your story. And with that, I would like to thank the students, thank their families for being here. And I would like to also emphasize what this is truly what it's all about. Seeing these students and hearing their stories and learning about them is so remarkable, because at the end of the day, that's why we all come together, not only as a scholarship foundation, but as a Latino community and as a broader community, is to lift everyone up and provide opportunities. And like I said, I am so humbled and I am so thankful for everyone who came together this spring. I know with COVID, it really turned things upside down for a lot of people. And in the case of our foundation, it made it so that we had to really shift gears quickly. We had to go from having an event planned out for our scholarship gala to essentially thinking, okay, how are we going to make sure we can still fundraise? Because, and I remember talking with the students about this throughout the process, it wasn't so much about the us, right? It's not about me. It's not about me being the president of ILSF. It's about the students, and it's about taking care of them and being able to provide them with funding that they rely on to be able to go to college. So thank you once again to everyone who came together. Thank you to everyone who supported us through Idaho Gives. Like I said, 25 individual donors that contributed. Thank you as well to everyone who participated in our online auction. Thank you to Zions Bank, who came through and donated to our cause a couple weeks ago. Thank you to really, and I can't say it enough, everyone who's come together and supported us and shared our message with their spheres of influence. And thank you above all to the Idaho Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for being able to host this event, to support us, to help us, to create this platform. Last year, we had an amazing event. We were able to get connected with Northwest University through it. I hope this year yields similar results in terms of contacts and networks that we can tap into so that we can continue growing our presence within the community, because that translates directly into impacting lives and changing lives and being able to help our students, help our recipients. And once again, y para todas las familias que están aquí, para todos los papás, muchas felicidades. Yo creo que ustedes lo saben y lo sienten, están muy orgullosos de sus hijos, de sus hijas y de todo el esfuerzo y de todo el trabajo que toma salir adelante, y no solamente en el sentido académico, pero también en lo que considera y lo que constituye tener que irse lejos de casa, lejos a la universidad y estar lejos de los seres queridos, que sé que incluso con esta pandemia ahora es más difícil. Y yo lo digo de primera experiencia porque la mayoría de mi familia sigue en Bolivia y es siempre doloroso y se extraña mucho a su gente y a su pueblo, pero les agradezco porque también sé que es difícil dejar que los hijos salgan a veces de la casa, y yo sé que a veces yo también tuve que batallar con mi mamá un poco de que no, mom, I gotta go, I gotta be a man, I gotta live my life. So I know sometimes it's a bit of that cultural shift as well, but I am so proud of all the students for their courage and for their por su valor y por su determinación to continue succeeding and continue holding their heads high and representing our community. And with that, I would like to turn this over to Enrique. I know Enrique wanted to introduce one of our sponsors, I believe, and then also conclude our event. So on behalf of the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation, our entire board, gracias a todos. God bless you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. And I appreciate all of you, each of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jesus. Great information. I didn't know we were going to need some tissue during this event for some of the tears. But I want to acknowledge the parents that are on here. If you're a parent, si usted es uno de los padres de estos alumnos, estudiantes, pueden levantar la mano, bro. Raise your hand if you're a parent. Levanten la mano. Wow, that's awesome. So muchas felicidades. Congratulations to you all. Virginia, Carolina Mejia Casco. Muchas felicidades to all of you for your students. And un fuerte aplauso, a great round of applause. You can't hear it, but we're doing it. To all of you, thank you so much for all the students and everybody involved here today. It's truly an honor to the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation for all the hard work that you do every year to put this together. To all the board, if you're part of the board with Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation or part of it, raise your hand so we can. Nice. Thank you all for all your work and dedication. Before we move forward, I also want to share Jackie Vargas. Are you there? Can you hear us, Jackie?
I'm right here. So
Jackie, I want to introduce Jackie Vargas. Jackie is an NNU student. She's an NNU, and the Idaho Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, we decided we believe in the youth and we believe in future leadership. And Jackie is our intern currently at the Idaho Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and she's an NNU student and an intern. So as this is her first event like this as a part of the chamber, and she texted me during this event how amazing this is to her because she can relate to this and her journey. So I decided to give her a minute to speak and share her story and kind of relate to this. So Jackie, please go ahead.
First of all, I'm administrating this meeting. That's why I'm under Enrique Rivera, because I'm under the chamber Zoom. But just a little bit about myself. I'm from Los Angeles, California, actually. I'm going to graduate in May with my bachelor's in business administration and a minor in Spanish. I am the first generation college student. I have 2 older sisters and 1 younger sister. I will be the first on my dad's side to graduate with a college degree and the second on my mom's side. And I will be the first to pursue a master's from both sides of my family. I do play softball at NNU. That's how I ended up over here. I got recruited when I was a junior in high school. So I came on a visit and I really liked it. And I've always known that I wanted to leave for college. I wanted to experience new things and kind of just see a world outside of what I was used to. So I'm the first to do any of this. I'm kind of the guinea pig of the family. Like nobody has ever played a sport in college and done this, left home, you know? So I reached out to Enrique a few months ago because I needed an internship in order to graduate. It's one of our requirements. And one of my professors had told me about the chamber. And when I learned about the chamber, I really liked what they were about because I love the culture. I love being Hispanic, and I want to help other people grow and strive and, you know, like grow. And especially out here in Idaho, which I've noticed is it's not much of a population versus Los Angeles where I come from. So it was something I was really interested in, and we just kept in touch, and I've been working for him for I want to say 3 months now, and I really enjoy it. And I just love hearing everybody's stories because it's, you know, it's hard to leave home. It's hard to be the first to do things like this, and I can understand. And just like a little bit of advice to those students that are going to start college or going to leave college, what helped me cope with leaving and starting a new journey and not knowing anybody is finding people that you relate to, finding things that you like to do, keep busy. But number one thing is finding people that you relate to and have a lot of same interest in, because that's what really helped me. My first year, I struggled a lot because I didn't have that. I had my softball team, but it was still different because a lot of people didn't really understand me. I was really different. There's not a lot of people at my school, you know, that are bilingual, that know the culture, that know that where I come from. Los Angeles is very different from Nampa, Idaho, obviously. So after that, once I found friends and once I found other students, professors that kind of knew that what I was like, or like kind of could speak the same language, or things I could relate to, that's when I really started growing here and enjoying it. So I just give that advice to you guys, is really just find those type of people, find people that are going to help you, that are going to push you to do better. Even when things get hard, things are obviously going to get hard. I mean, no matter what, but if you just have that support and find people that you can really fall back on, that'll help a lot. But I just want to thank Enrique for giving me this opportunity. I've learned so much, met so many new people, and I know this opportunity is going to help me grow in the future and career wise, and I'm just excited to learn more, and I'm really happy I got to meet all of you guys today, and thank you guys all for sharing your stories.
Thank you so much, Jackie. What a great, I mean, it was just in the middle of this, she texted me like, wow, I can relate to all these. So the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, you know, we're going to continue to recruit and bring student interns to help. We believe in that. And just Jackie, like you heard from Jackie, she's been great. So again, I applaud everybody for being here today. In behalf of the Idaho Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the entire board, the board members that are on here today, and everybody, this is what we do, and we believe in growing our future leaders. With that being said, I want to make sure I give some time to our sponsors and recognize our sponsors again. Once again, Sensi, thank you on behalf of Heidi and Orville Thompson and the Sensi Family Foundation for their continued support. Sydney Parks and Kelly over there have been great support. Like I said, they granted a scholarship award to the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation. So we appreciate that very much and thank them for that. I mean, as you heard today, the goal is to continue and grow these scholarships and be able to give more and more every year. So you can also go into the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation website. I think they have a donation button on there, or a donation link for that as well. We also want to thank Coca-Cola, Ed Shell and his team at Coca-Cola for always being there and support. And they've always they supported this event as a title sponsor. So thank you so much to them. Thank you to Idaho Central Credit Union for being a champion sponsor throughout the year for the chamber and our events. And I also want to thank CapEd. And we have with us, I believe Todd. Todd is with us with CapEd. Todd, are you there? Todd Christensen. I see his name. I don't see audio.
Yeah, he's there. He turned on his video.
Yeah. Todd is with Cap Ed, and he's been very instrumental in helping us. He's also an advisor on our chamber board, and again, Cap Ed has been instrumental throughout the year and being supportive. I don't think I see him on our microphone or audio. We'll see if he joins. Okay, let's see if he joins. But again, we're very thankful to CapEd as well for all their support. I know he wanted to say a few words. We'll see if he gets on, but he's 100% supportive of this movement. CapEd, as you know, has to deal with education. They're big on education, and the teachers throughout the valley. They do also give back a lot to the community, so we appreciate everything that CapEd does in the community. Is there any board member from the Idaho Hispanic Chamber of Commerce that would like to say a few words? I think we have Liz, Marta, Ivan. Any few words from you, Ivan?
Yeah, well, you know, you can always give me an opportunity and I'll always be willing to talk. But once again, congratulations to all of you guys. This is a commitment, and just want to let you guys know that we are proud of you. Parents, padres de familia, keep currently funding a couple of scholarships because I have two kids in college. Tengo dos que están yendo al colegio ahorita, pero just know that it's about perspective. This life is about relationships. This life is about, you know, making sure that you do the right for you and everybody out there surrounding. And if you put a little touch of community in this, you know, you can make your surroundings a lot better and beautiful. So keep at it. We're really proud. The Idaho Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the newly founded Hispanic Foundation, which right now our number one priority is how are we going to go ahead and enhance and bring to the forefront the youth to be recognized as those leaders that we are. It's going to be our primary focus. So stay tuned. There's a lot of great things and programs coming up. And, you know, thank you so much, and felicidades one more time.
Thank you, Ivan. I think we have Todd now. Todd, are you there?
Yes, good afternoon. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes, there you go. Okay, so Todd with CapEd. Thanks, Todd. Go ahead.
Cool. Well, I have a little bit of technical difficulties, but wanted to say thank you on behalf of CapEd Credit Union to the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation and the Idaho Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. On behalf of CapEd, it's our pleasure to sponsor today's event and to be able to, above all, recognize the incredible youth in our community. Daniela, I recognize and I connect with you as well. I grew up in Rupert and spent time in Murtaugh, and so I know Murtaugh very well, and I enjoy the rural community. Entonces, por nosotros en CapEd, estamos muy agradecidos para apoyar este evento y sostener a ellos que están buscando para mejorar sus vidas por medio de la educación. Por eso, bien éxito a todos ustedes en la educación que está para tomar. Gracias y buenas tardes.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you so much for your support. We also actually have any other Liz or Marta, any want to say anything, any words?
Hi, Enrique, this is Liz. You know, this is a really special luncheon. Well, we used to call it luncheon, now it's a webinar, but it is really close to my heart. It's inspiring just to hear all these young leaders say their stories. You know, I didn't have an opportunity to have a scholarship, but I was able to make it through college, and now I do have a career as an accountant. So just follow your dreams. Congratulations to you, to your parents for all the sacrifices, and we're here to help you. So just let us know. Thank you everyone. Thank you to the board of the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation, to the chamber, in putting it all of this together.
Thank you so much, Liz. I want to say another strategic partner of our chamber, and also with the Idaho Hispanic Foundation, and we have the Idaho Women's Business Center. I see Diane on here. Diane, would you like to say a few words?
I'll be very quick. Thank you, Enrique. What a wonderful luncheon it's been today. I've enjoyed all the stories from all the recipients, and having worked with many Latino entrepreneurs in the last year, I can just say that this work is amazing, and we are so excited to be expanding into northern and eastern Idaho in the next couple of months, and working with some of the universities. So thank you so much for all the hard work of the ILSF board. Just an amazing job and great recipients. And thank you, Enrique. The Women's Business Center does choose to serve all women, cultures, and communities, and helping them, you know, reach their educational goals as well as entrepreneurial goals. So we are here to help, and we love our relationship with the Hispanic Chamber. We're all one big ecosystem. So thank you, Enrique.
Thank you so much. We are a little, like 20 minutes ahead of schedule. We're supposed to end at 1. So we can end the meeting, but before that, I want to maybe open it up if somebody would like to say something, somebody from the board on the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation, or maybe a parent. Maybe a parent would like to say something, but anybody, Estrella or somebody, if they would like to say something on behalf of the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation, or like I said, or a parent.
I'll take advantage. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, Virginia.
Hello to all of you from Honduras, Suad's mom. Just want to thank you. My heart is full of gratitude. My parents and are watching all this broadcast, and our heart is full of gratitude with tears come on out. And go ahead, boys and girls, and thank you for all the board and all donators. Thank you for the love and the support. God bless you all.
Thank you so much. All right, anybody else? Estrella?
I just wanted to thank everybody for being here today, and also remind you, we have found that a lot of different companies in the Treasure Valley are actually really supportive of their community by doing a matching program. So I want to mention, if you or the company that you work for, or you know a company, I know Micron has started doing that. So if their employees donate to ILSF, they'll go ahead and match that as well. So if you guys know of any other companies that offer that and you would like to donate, and then they can have a matching donation, we appreciate it. Again, there's so many students that we want to support. This year we got over 100 applications of amazing stories, and it's hard to go through those and say, okay, well, we can only help a few, and we would love to help as many as we can. And another difference from our foundation is that we also support college students. As you heard from Soad, from Viviana, from Crystal, they're going to college, and again, maybe sometimes it's a little easier to find scholarships when you're recently out of high school, but it gets harder and harder the farther you go into your college career. So we want to be there for them to make sure that they could get through all 4 years or more, right? If they're going to go for their master's degree, or if they want to go for a doctor's degree, that's what we want to see. And that's the difference that we want to make. We want to be there for them all the way. So please, if you know of any other opportunities for us to be able to fundraise a little bit more money so that we can help more students, we would appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all your hard work over there. All right. If anybody else, if not, we'll move to adjourn. And once again, appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for your patience and working with us to make this, come to reality. To all the students, on behalf of everybody on here, you have our support. Go out and conquer the world, make things happen, represent us well, and move forward. Adelante. So thank you all. Y gracias por estar aquí a todos los padres. Thank you everybody for being here. Stay tuned for future events coming up from the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We have more things coming down the pipeline as we move forward, as we try to get through this year of 2020. So more virtual events coming soon. So stay tuned on our social media, our website. So thank you all for being here today.